Okay, I just want to tell you that I'm programmed to overreact. Okay, so I'm wearing a white hat. This is a continuation of my series about the black sheep and the sheeple. So, sheeple people are all of you. 99.99% of the human population are sheeple. And you probably all heard this. And if you haven't, you need to Google it. But I'm wearing a white hat. So, this is you people. If I wear a black hat, it's me. Okay. So, what I want to tell you about, what did I just tell you about? Um, hold on. Okay. So, now that you know that you're a sheeple, and I've been trying to tell you that when I wear a black hat, I am a black sheep in your family. Everyone knows what that means. It means I'm an outcast because I think so differently than the rest of you. You have a sheep herd mentality, and I don't. So I'm basically looked at as like, I'm fine with it. But I think you all belong to a mass media driven cult. And sometimes I wonder if I can ever deprogram you, mostly because, well, that's what happens when people belong to cults. Somebody grabs you out of the cult and takes you to a sacred house where a deprogrammer comes in and works with you to deprogram you from all your cultish beliefs. And you've been programmed by mainstream media primarily. You've also been programmed by YouTube and conspiracy theories like QAnon, and um, just living on planet Earth is makes you a sheep. Okay, that was one sheep. This is another white hat, so this is another sheeple people. So all you sheep, even though you're sheep, it doesn't mean you all believe the same things. But you're all sheeple in my view. So just because I'm wearing a white hat doesn't mean that your particular beliefs are covered by the particular white hat that I'm wearing. Because you sheeple people, some people believe in QAnon, some people don't. Some people believe in 5G internet networks that are coming that are going to microwave you and kill you. Other people are going, I don't believe that. Some people believe that COVID 19 is the worst thing since Ebola. And some people, oh, pretty much all of you sheeple people believe COVID 19 is as dangerous as Ebola virus. If you never heard of Ebola virus, then you don't know nothing about viruses and you're a sheeple. So, just for you, if you've never heard of Ebola, it's a very, 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 very dangerous virus that is usually found in Africa. Although one time they brought a monkey over from Africa, and somewhere around Reston, Virginia, this monkey had a virus related to Ebola. Now, Ebola itself, we're told that in some outbreaks in Africa, it kills 90% of the population. And strangely, when this Ebola outbreak happens in Africa, they don't quarantine the world when it's got a 90% death rate. They don't quarantine the world. But this particular COVID thing, which is a relative of the common cold, they quarantined it. They don't even quarantine you for bad flu virus seasons. I mean, every year flu comes, and sometimes we have a bad year when people get very sick and elderly people in nursing homes die of the flu. But we've never quarantined the world before for this. But you sheeple people buy into the mass media telling you this is a horrible virus. You're sheeple. You could just believe anything. Do I think you're stupid? I think some of you are just plain stupid, but a lot of you are unable to do your own research and you're unable to come to any conclusion because you can't think for yourself. You can't. It's not possible. You're always looking, what does the doctor say? What does the news say? What does the mayor say? What does the president say? You're always looking for someone outside of you to do your homework for you. So you're a sheeple. That's what sheep do. They depend on the sheep herder to tell them, okay, we're going from this field back to the barn. Sometimes the sheep herder has got a collie dog that helps round up the sheep. So the sheep pay attention to the collie dog. But the sheep don't think for themselves. And that's you. I'm sorry if I sound negative, but I'm a black sheep. And I'm just that way. I'm just different than you. Well, what else do I want to tell you? I've done a series so far on these, and I can only post some of them on Instagram TV because there's a censorship kind of thing. In other words, I can only talk for under 15 minutes for Instagram TV, but on YouTube I can talk longer, and sometimes I don't make the 15-minute cutoff because on my smartphone, the clock that tells me how long I've talked for, it's white, and sometimes a white on a white background, I can't read it. And so sometimes I miss out. So if you want to get all of my videos on black sheep and white sheep, then please go to Infinite Bob 99 and you can watch them all there, and all kinds of other kooky stuff, because I'm a black sheep and I post all kinds of stuff that's very creative, and it's not exactly mainstream. Thank you. Oh, please subscribe if you like my kooky stuff. Okay, this hat is, it's bizarre because it's black and white, and it's kind of weird patterns. So what kind of person wears this? This is somebody, I haven't figured out who wears this hat, but sometime I will. But are you a sheeple or are you not a sheeple? You're, I can't say. This is a white hat, so this is what you think. You all think that if someone has got white in their beard, they're a senior citizen. Yeah, it's Ludwig of Bavaria. As you can see, I'm wearing a black hat, and I'm from Bavaria, which is in Germany. So this is my German hat. Okay, so I'm also one of these people, black sheep people. If you look up my history, I do encourage you to look up King Ludwig. And you will see he is called the Swan King. And he is a historical figure from Germany. And he is famous for building amazing castles in the mountains. And you can look at the castles that he built. And you all know at Walt Disney, like Walt Disney World, they've got the magic castle, like Cinderella. It's modeled on my castles in Germany. So that's who I am. So I'm not just a funny guy, I am a funny guy, but I am known as King Ludwig. And that is my character here on this channel. And I do, besides this, black sheep thing, I've done many other videos. You can search for me. What else do I want to tell you? Why am I a black sheep? Well, because apparently I was murdered. I was the king and I was murdered because I was spending too much money building castles in the Alps. Oh, rumor has it I am light in the loafers. What does that mean? Friend of Dorothy? What kind of man is enchanted by castles in the Alps? You look up Friend of Dorothy and you figure it out. All right, what else am I going to tell you? Okay, so I'm definitely black sheep. People had me murdered. Definitely, Anyway, that's all I want to tell you about me. Okay, so this is a white hat person, which means it's a sheeple person. And what else do we want to tell you about sheeple people? Um, you're very good at separating movies from your reality. In other words, you'll believe anything in a movie. You love the characters, you love the story, but when it comes to your real everyday life, things that happen in movies can't happen in your reality. That's what you believe. Oh, yeah, you believe that anybody that's got gray in their beard is a senior citizen. So you'd go everything by the surface appearance of things. Am I a senior citizen? Up to you to guess. But anyway, in a movie, you allow anything to happen and you laugh and you enjoy it. But in your reality, you take things very seriously. You don't really like to have um, too many upsets. You know, people in a movie, topsy turvy kind of movie, thrillers. You love to watch thrillers, but you don't want a thriller to happen to you in your life. You see hero movies, like all these action heroes you love to watch, but you don't want to be an action hero in your life. A black cat person, a black sheep person, um, they accept whatever comes along. In other words, if their life becomes a thriller and a chiller, that's the kind of life it is. If their life is boring, and that's the kind of life it is. But generally speaking, sometimes we do bitch a little bit about things that happen to us. Mostly it's due to sheeple people doing things like quarantining you for months at a time in your house over a common cold. But, all kinds of other things we get annoyed with. We are really annoyed with. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're not afraid to live a life like a movie. In fact, we find your way of always having the same thing day after day to be the movie Groundhog Day. We think you choose Groundhog Day, you choose boring jobs, and you go on boring vacations, and you go on boring cruise ships, and you go to the same place year after year, and you hang out with the same people all the time. You drink too much booze, and you don't want to open yourself up to the possibility that your life could be way more exciting, way more interesting. Excitement for you is, oh my God, did you hear about Harry? You remember Harry? We met him in Florida that time when we were on vacation. Harry, yeah, he's got cancer. That's your idea of excitement when someone gets sick. Or it's exciting when, Kim Kardashian got a new gown. Did you see that? Oh, it's so exciting. In other words, you live for celebrities. You live for bad news. If you do go someplace like, I went to, I don't know, any place you go, you tell the same story over and over and over again to the same people. So they're like, I'm sick of you telling me the same story. It's not exciting. You went on a cruise. You took pictures. Whoop-de-doo. And you keep telling me the same story over and over again. And then you went on another cruise and you took pictures. That's exciting? Why don't you climb Mount Everest or something and tell me that story?